guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today in the Ask SSM video series, got to do an update to a video I covered a couple days ago, all about the guy writing in asking what the heck should he do after finding out that his cousin, his distant cousin who's not too close with, is marrying a gal that he casually hooked up with a couple of years ago. This guy writing in is in the military. He's an Army, I believe, an officer, been deployed for a couple of years, hasn't been back home. Comes home for the wedding, and he gets together with his cousin. He shows a picture of his fiance, and boom, he sees this girl. And immediately, this guy's like, what the heck should I do? Because I don't want to hurt the guy. I don't want to cause a big mess, but I think he should know. And he wrote in asking me. And immediately, I thought, wait a second here. How do you know this girl wasn't with your cousin back then, and you were hooking up with her, and she was obviously cheating on your cousin? How do you know? Because that just didn't seem right that in 2 years, that quickly they would meet, date, see each other enough, get engaged, all that. I mean, not impossible. So anyhow, guys, ended with pretty much all you guys saying, let them know, for goodness sake, let them know. And now we have our update here, and let's just say it is a doozy. So, jumping into it, he says, hello, SSM. It's me again. First of all, thank you for reading my story and advising me on the matter. I was aware that was the right thing to do. But maybe I just need some reinforcement on that decision, which you and the community did heavily reinforce. Well, I'm sure you knew what I was going to say. And I'm sure you knew what all the guys were going to say. But I think you just needed to hear it, Before I continue on with what I did and how it went, you were accurate in saying that my cousin is the son of my mom's cousin, thus distant. That's what I figured. Secondly, people wondering why I couldn't just do the right thing without asking for the obvious. Well, this mess is about family and its peace. If this relative being a distant cousin would have lived in distance, then I would have no problem, as I wouldn't be seeing or having to do with him at all. In other words, what he's saying here is if my cousin lived far away, he lived over in fucking Alaska or Hawaii or someplace far away, then no big deal. I don't see him all the time. Well, I would disagree with that. If your cousin lived in Alaska or Egypt or Saudi Arabia or Japan, I don't care. If you knew that you were banging his girl who he's marrying, or that she was or if she wasn't cheating on him, she was a carousel, or whatever, he would deserve to know either way. But I know what you mean. More often, however, living in the same city, and that also within short distance, complicates things. First, his family loves me. Second, I have much respect towards them, and I already mentioned previously that the families are close. So it's not so easy to just go in and say, 2 years ago I banged his wife, like some casual talk. Well, of course you're not going to go walk in and say that to the family over coffee. It's not such a casual thing, but it's not easy. But it's not easy always doing the right thing. But of course you would sit your cousin down, and say it in the most patient and kind manner you can think of. When this is about family, many possibilities begin to form in your head, and you definitely incline towards the one with no confrontation, or with the least chances of fallout. That's why I wrote to you in the first place. I know, but there's no easy way out. Just like that song from Rocky IV. You have to do what you have to do. Not doing the right thing is not always easy, guys. Some information about my cousin. He grew up chubby, and his family's religious and old school. I had a feeling about that. Only after college did he lose some weight, and he was in one relationship before the current one. Well, there you go. I suspected that your cousin was probably what is perceived as a typical nice guy, and his carousel-riding, cheating girlfriend, fiance, soon-to-be wife, well, maybe not, she obviously found, after she had her fun, found her nice guy who would obviously marry her, provide, and all that. Just the typical story. So I wasn't all surprised. Not that guys that are chubby can't get girls, but usually guys that are like that, is certainly, their numbers are usually pretty darn low, and their experiences are low. And the first time a pretty girl pays attention to them, boom, they're in just like that. I don't have much information, as I'm not the type to pry into another one's life at all. The one thing you point out, SSM, which I didn't know, but didn't cross my mind, is that 2 years ago, when the short-term friends benefit happened, she may very well have been cheating on him. Now, coming to my decision, so of course, after you posted my story and seeing all the comments and advices among them, there are a few great advices. After reading all that, there was no need to think too much about what I had to do. So I called my cousin and asked him to meet me in a nearby cafe. At 10 o'clock in the morning, he came to the cafe and we met. After some casual talks, I asked how long he'd been together with his girl, and he replied that they'd been together for 4.5 years. Man, I hate it when I'm right all the time, guys. Well, okay, basic math here. That he's been with her for 4.5 years, and this dude telling the story was banging her around 2 years ago. Guess what? Surprise, surprise, she was cheating on him. And here's one thing I want to know, because you said that you met her and everything, and you were acquainted. No, I guess you met her at a New Year's Eve party or something. So where was the cousin on New Year's Eve? That's what I want to know. She's probably, oh, I'm out with the girls. Who knows what the fuck she said to him? Man, your poor cousin. There's no way this is ever going to work. It says here, which means around September or October of 2020 that they got together. I was hoping he would say 2 years. Yeah, I bet you did. Everyone who said that she might be cheating was right. He saw my expression, asked what was wrong, and I just took out my phone, played your video, and slid the phone to him, telling him to watch it. Holy shit. Well, that's what a lot of the guys said in the comment section. Show my video, show my channel. This guy's probably like, why am I here enjoying my coffee? And you're asking about how long I've been with my fiance, and I'm watching on your phone some video of some fucking douchebag with sunglasses in his car. That's what he's probably thinking. It's not the first time I've been called a douchebag with the sunglasses in the car. He was confused at first, but after he finished watching, he was silent, and of course he connected the dots. Man, I feel so bad for your cousin. Think about this, guys. If he's with her for 4 years, imagine you guys. You're with your girl for 4 years, think she's amazing, you're going to get married, you're a few weeks from getting married, and you find out she was not only cheating, but just so happens, cheated with one of your relatives. It's not this dude's fault. He had no idea. I cannot describe the expression on his face when he looked at me and asked if it was true, and I said that I didn't know she was in a relationship, and certainly not with him. I said, you know me, I would have never entertained the idea of getting together with her. He once again did not speak for a minute, and then just asked if I really did not know. I knew he would find it hard to believe, so I prepared for it already. Good, I'm glad you prepared. I just opened my Instagram that I had stopped using, but fortunately I did not deactivate. It had the chats with her from 2 years ago, and I showed which proved that I had no idea about them. Well, thank God you had the evidence, man. So yeah, okay, because I remember you telling the story. You met her New Year's Eve. Obviously, then for a very brief period of time, you hooked up multiple times, so obviously you were communicating. And notice it was all through Instagram. It wasn't through like regular text, you know. And you were in the military, and she had no problem with the short-term fling because guess what? She was in a relationship. She had her guy all set and ready to go, the guy that would put a ring on her finger and marry her. She is scum. But you know what? You're doing the right thing. You saved the day. He asked if I can screenshot it, and he could take it, and I, of course, allowed it, and I also mentioned that she might still be cheating on him. Yeah, even though that's salt in the wounds, I think he needs to hear that. If you think that she just stopped with you, there's no way. So maybe he should not directly confront her and just observe her for a while before confronting her. I disagree with that. There's no need. First of all, he's getting married in a few weeks, so time counts. Second of all, what other evidence or proof does this guy need? You told him flat out you were banging her 2 years ago. You didn't know. They were in a relationship. You showed the proof of the text exchange, obviously, of meet and greets and all that, or roll in the hay encounters. But he doesn't need any more evidence. It's over. It's done. Better he confronts her, get it over with, and moves the hell on. So he just nodded, got up, and thanked me for telling him, and left. I knew this information was definitely a big blow to him, and although I did the right thing, this definitely wasn't easy for me, nor did it make me feel any good. Bro, of course you feel horrible. You wouldn't be a human being if you didn't feel horrible here. I'd feel horrible. But imagine if he married this bitch. Think about that. And then had kids, which probably wouldn't be his kids, and eventually would get out, and then he'd find out about you, because remember, you haven't seen her yet. You saw pictures of her. Imagine the deer in the headlights look in her eyes when she sees you. And then he gets married to her and has kids, which probably aren't his kids. And then down the road he comes out, and he gets divorced, and she takes him to the cleaners. It's far better now you're doing this, tearing the Band-Aid off. You're helping him dodge a big one here, man. I think after this is all said and done, you can again say, you may not like that douchebag in the car with the sunglasses, but he knows what the fuck he's talking about. I think you should watch him, and you can really help your cousin move on. But anyhow, we're not done the story yet. So guys, I want to see if you guys can play some bets here. What's going to happen next? He tells the cousin. He rightfully tells the cousin that, yes, about what happened and showed him evidence. Do you think that's it? Do you think, or what do you think's going to happen now? Until that evening, there was silence. But then I started to get texts, not from him, not from the fiance, but his older sister and my older cousin, who's 3 years older, telling me, why would I do such a horrible thing by telling him just 3 weeks before the marriage, and now he's devastated? Hey, female asshole cousins and family. Would it be better for him to marry this freaking lying, cheating piece of shit? These chicks are pissed off because now they don't get to go to a wedding or be in a wedding. Or guess what? They don't like, one of their kind getting exposed here. Where's the loyalty, bitches? They said that I have ruined his and his fiance's life by doing this, and she did not expect this pettiness from me. What do you mean pettiness? You were courageous and did the hard thing by telling him. And if anybody ruined the marriage, ruined the life, it's his fiancé. Women and accountability. I left her messages on read as I couldn't be bothered to explain and try to reason with her. Number one, don't try to reason with crazy. Number two, good. I'm glad you didn't. That makes it more crazy by you not responding. I'm sure, like on your phone, you could see the messages without actually having to click on them. I called my cousin a few times, but he did not pick up, and until now, there's radio silence from him. Give him space. You know, you're a man. You know darn well we need time to process. Go for a walk. Go for a drive. Go to our man cave. I'm sure he's kicking back a few beers. But this morning, there came more text. Oh, I wonder from who? From unknown numbers and several missed phone calls. I guess it's the girl and her friends, and they were all curses and other bullshit, like I'm the worst, I'm a piece of shit, and that I ruined her life, and blah, blah, blah. Again, women and accountability. She ruined it. She's the fucking cheater. And it's not like it was a mistake. It happened multiple times. You have the evidence. And by the way, where'd she get your number from? Well, obviously from your past dealings, proving that she was with you. Because obviously she didn't get it from the cousin. He's probably like, fuck you. Yeah. And we all know darn well there's no way that she could keep those legs closed for 2 years as some other Chad and Tyrone sausage going down her little area there. Unbelievable. Well, actually, no, it is believable because nothing surprises me. Well, I ended up blocking them all while sipping my coffee. Good. Don't engage them. Don't give them the drama they desire. So this guy, after leaving the cafe directly, confronted the girl against my suggestion, and it all blew up. Well, I disagree with what you had to say by not saying anything to her. Of course, number one, of course, it's going to blow up. This is going to come out, and there's no other way it wouldn't blow up. I mean, you had to know that. But he had every right to confront her right away. What other evidence does he need? You know? Why let things just continue on with the planning of the wedding? And remember, there's other guests coming in your family and stuff like that. He needs to end this. And obviously he did. Now he needs time to process. My family also got to know about this, as in, like, I guess your close family. And they asked me about the matter, to which I replied truthfully. Of course, they looked tense, but told me that I did the right thing by not hiding it from him. Thank God there's some normal people with rational thinking in your family. My mom supports my decision, which I knew she would, as she is not the pseudo-feminist type, as well as my sister. So until now, this is the drama that has unfolded, and I'm sure there's more to come. Of course there's more to come. But I think the initial blow-up is going to be the worst. I have not heard anything from his family besides his sister and the cousin. If you like, I'll send an update if more drama comes my way, which most likely will come very soon. Once again, thank you for the advice, SSM. Well, bro, definitely keep us posted because you can't just leave it like that. I suggest, obviously, I did that video on Sunday, I think. And so you obviously told him Monday morning. Today's Wednesday. I would maybe give him one more day. And then I'd reach out to him. And if not, maybe see if we can track him down. But if you tracking him down means bumping into your old flame and his fiance, that's probably not a good idea, given her emotions are probably through the roof. She might do something dangerous. But I'd try to reach out to him again and, again, let him know you're here for him and you're in an impossible situation, but there's no way you were going to let him go marrying her, knowing what about her, that she was cheating on him, all that. And I would say something like, man, you may just hate my guts right now, or who knows what you're feeling, and certainly not want to see me, but I care about you. I'm your friend. I'm your family, and I'm here for you. And I'd rather have you mad at me than you go and marrying this girl, and what can happen there. I'd let them know that you're there and say, hey, okay, at this point, I'll back off, and if you want to talk, I'm here for you, and I'll give you your space. That's what I think you should do. That's what I would do. But prepare for more drama, probably from his family, like his sister and cousin, those harpies. Prepare for more crap from probably his fiance and her friends. But I really hope that they don't wear your cousin down and he ends up marrying her, because it's not impossible that could happen. Because she may try every trick on your cousin. In fact, maybe you ought to talk to your cousin about all the tricks that she could pull. All the waterworks, it was a mistake, I'm so sorry, all the shit that we all know they can pull and use to manipulate a guy. Because remember, you said your cousin wasn't exactly James Bond with the ladies. It was only, they weren't ladies. 2 girlfriends, the one he had, and also now this one. So, his whole world's turned upside down. You must understand that. So it's a big fucking mess. So just try to be as patient and have empathy as much as you can. And you're a good cousin for doing this, And he may be a little pissed off that you wrote some douchebag on the car on YouTube, but you can assure him that this guy has a track record of helping out guys and doing things right. And hopefully he does not, God, marry her. But no good deed goes unpunished, man. It's never easy to do the right thing, but you did the right thing, and all the guys here will tell you did that. So definitely keep you posted, and I hope things end on a higher note. All right, guys, that is it for tonight. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Give this guy a comment. Give him some love in the comment section for doing the hard thing that we all knew he had to do. And if you want to hear more updates from him, let him know. And I definitely will send it in. I'll certainly keep you posted. And guys, if you got a situation or a scenario that you're struggling with, you need some help, you got a question for me, send it my way, strongsuccessfulmale@gmail.com. Just put Ask SSM in the title so I'll know the difference between question type of emails versus like full-on stories. And of course, you got a good story to share about some shit that went down in your life, things you've overcome, things that you're definitely or struggling with, whatever. Again, send it my way, and I'll definitely cover it if it works for the channel. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.